Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Imagine, for just a moment, a world where the chirping bird outside your window isn't just singing, but complaining about your choice of garden gnomes. A world where your beloved pet dog isn't just wagging its tail, but eloquently expressing its desire for that extra piece of bacon, or perhaps offering a profound observation on human behavior. What if the rustle in the bushes wasn't just a squirrel foraging, but a hushed, urgent conversation about the impending winter? What if every creature, from the smallest ant to the largest whale, suddenly, miraculously, had a voice, not just a sound, but a language we could understand? This isn't just a whimsical fantasy. It's a profound thought experiment that would shatter the very foundations of human existence. The silence that has always defined the animal kingdom, that space where we project our own interpretations onto their actions, would be gone, replaced by a symphony of voices, opinions, and maybe, just maybe, some very uncomfortable truths. How would we react? Would it be a moment of global enlightenment, or a descent into unprecedented chaos? Would we finally bridge the ultimate communication gap, or discover a chasm far wider than we ever imagined? From the mundane to the utterly profound, our entire relationship with the natural world and with ourselves would be irrevocably transformed. Today, we're diving deep into that monumental question. What if animals could talk? Get ready to have your mind blown, because the implications are far more complex and thrilling than you could ever conceive. This isn't just about understanding Fido, it's about redefining humanity itself. The moment of awakening, when the animal kingdom found its voice, wouldn't be a gradual shift, but an explosive, instantaneous paradigm change that would ripple through every corner of the globe. Imagine the sheer, unadulterated chaos of that first day. A cat, instead of a plaintive meow, suddenly articulating its disdain for the dry food in its bowl. A cow, in a crowded dairy farm, bellowing not just in distress, but with a coherent plea for freedom. The news would spread like wildfire, not through official channels at first, but through viral videos of stunned pet owners, bewildered zookeepers, and terrified farmers. Scientists would scramble, their instruments useless, their theories inadequate. Is it a mass hallucination? A neurological phenomenon? An alien intervention? The initial scientific response would be one of frantic, disbelieving analysis. Linguists would be summoned to decipher the intricate patterns of what were once simple animal sounds, now revealed as complex languages. Zoologists would find their life's work upended, as the subjects of their studies began to vocalize their own perspectives. Entire fields of biology would need to be rewritten overnight. The initial human reaction wouldn't just be curiosity. It would be a cocktail of fear, wonder, and profound existential dread. Could these creatures, previously seen as instinct-driven automatons, truly possess consciousness, opinions, and even moral frameworks? The very definition of personhood would be under immediate, intense scrutiny. Once the initial shock subsided, and the irrefutable truth settled in, that every creature on Earth, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, could communicate with us, the societal implications would be nothing short of revolutionary. First, the food industry. How could we continue to farm and slaughter animals that could articulate their fear, pain, and desire to live? The ethical outcry would be immediate and deafening. Vegetarianism and veganism wouldn't be lifestyle choices. They would become moral imperatives for billions. The global economy, heavily reliant on animal products, would collapse and scramble for alternatives, leading to unprecedented economic upheaval. Pet ownership would also transform dramatically. Our furry, feathered, and scaled companions would no longer be silent dependents, but active participants in our lives, with their own demands and opinions. Imagine your dog criticizing your fashion sense, or your parrot offering unsolicited relationship advice. This newfound ability would either deepen our bonds or expose profound incompatibilities. Zoos and aquariums, once seen as educational institutions, would face immediate closure or radical transformation, as the inhabitants would undoubtedly voice their fervent desire for freedom and natural habitats. The ethical frameworks of every nation would be challenged to their core. Do animals now have rights? What kind of rights? The right to life, to liberty, to property? These questions would ignite fierce debates, protests, and perhaps even civil unrest as humanity grappled with its place in a truly vocal, interspecies world. Beyond the immediate ethical and economic shockwaves, the ability for animals to talk would unlock an unparalleled trove of knowledge and perspective. Imagine a world where we could directly ask the ancient tortoise about its memories stretching back decades, or the deep-sea whale about the mysteries of the abyssal plains. It would learn about natural disasters before they strike, as migrating birds warn us of shifts in weather patterns or seismic activity. We would gain an intimate understanding of ecosystems from the creatures living within them, the struggles of a forest told by the deer, the health of a river articulated by the fish. This newfound communication would accelerate scientific discovery to an unimaginable degree, offering solutions to environmental crises, medical breakthroughs from animals' unique immunities, and even new philosophical insights from their untainted perspectives on life and death. But it wouldn't all be a harmonious exchange of wisdom. we would also be confronted with the unvarnished truth of our impact on their world. The cries of deforestation from the monkeys, the lament of polluted oceans from the dolphins, the quiet resignation of species pushed to the brink by human expansion. Their voices would serve as a constant, undeniable mirror reflecting our own actions, forcing us to confront the consequences of centuries of human-centric progress. As humanity grappled with the torrent of animal voices, the long-term future would unfold in ways both awe-inspiring and terrifying. On one hand, humanity might enter an unprecedented era of interspecies cooperation. Imagine architects consulting beavers on dam construction, or engineers learning efficient energy designs from ant colonies. Humans, no longer the sole intelligent voices on the planet, might shed some of their arrogance and develop a profound humility, fostering a genuine stewardship of the earth. New forms of governance might emerge, incorporating animal representatives and their unique interests. Agriculture could transform into sustainable, symbiotic relationships where animals willingly contribute to ecological balance. But the flip side is equally plausible: conflict. What if animal species, finally able to organize and communicate their grievances, formed alliances against humanity? What if some animals saw humans as the ultimate oppressors and decided to reclaim territories, leading to widespread interspecies warfare? The very notion of human exceptionalism would be shattered, forcing us to reevaluate our position as the dominant species. Could our advanced technology ultimately be turned against us by a coordinated animal uprising? Or could this lead to a new golden age, where humanity, guided by the wisdom of all living things, truly finds its place as part of a larger, interconnected global community, no longer an isolated, self-proclaimed master, but a responsible, listening member of a global ecosystem? The world would forever be a place of constant negotiation, learning, and an undeniable, vibrant roar of life. In this world where every rustle, every chirp, every growl holds meaning, where the silent observers of our lives become articulate commentators, humanity would be forced into an uncomfortable but essential reckoning. Our history, our myths, our very understanding of intelligence and consciousness would be rewritten from the ground up. The lines between us and them would blur, creating a complex, noisy, and infinitely richer tapestry of life. We would either learn to truly listen and adapt, or face the profound consequences of ignoring the voices that have always been there, just beyond our understanding. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my YouTube channel for more interesting videos.